Welcome to Dude Foodie. We are doing something that certainly is not unique. This has been done, but we heard some sad news this week, and we're depressed, and we are a channel about bringing light and hope to the culinary universe. So Taco Bell is discontinuing 4, 5, 6, a bunch of menu items. We have 4 here that we think shouldn't die, but we also think we can do them just as good. So we're going to do a 4-part video series, and we'll make our own version of each one of these as we get into it. So the four that we're going to tear into for these upcoming videos, we have a 7-layer burrito, beefy burrito, 7-layer beefy burrito, grilled cheese burrito, a Quesarito, and the Nacho Supreme. So those are the 4 that we tackle. We will do them Dude Foodie style. We'll make them bigger, faster, stronger, if at all possible. So we will get set up and we'll break into the first one. We start with the Quesarito, and listen, I don't eat this stuff, all right? I have kids in the house who make midnight taco runs for the college crowd, right? We got like none of those viewers yet, but when you find this, you're gonna be like, hey, how can I make my own munchies? For those of you in Colorado, you get the munchies more than other people in the rest of the country. This could also be a good video series for you. So this is partly self-discovery for me to even know what's in here. I don't think I've ever eaten a Quesarito, but we will take a look at what we have here. So flour tortilla for sure, rolled in traditional burrito style. We have rice, some kind of, let's see what kind of flavor. Totally just a nacho cheese rice. And literally this is just cheese and rice. I'm not sure what that extra roll. They have some kind of double roll, some kind of double tortilla roll here.
Quesarito stands for quesadilla burrito.
Okay. I'm getting educated as we do it. Quesadilla, so they put a quesadilla in the burrito.
No, they make a quesadilla, and then they make the burrito on top of the quesadilla and roll it.
All right.
So that's chicken.
So this side didn't even have any chicken, though.
Nope.
Just sour cream, cheese, and rice. My goodness. People flock to Taco Bell, do they really? All right, so it looks like we're going to be making a chicken quesadilla and the burrito around it.
No, the burrito in it.
The burrito's in the quesadilla.
So you make the quesadilla,
Oh,
and then you put all your burrito ingredients on top of the quesadilla and then roll it. So that's a burrito.
I think that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo for a double wrap burrito. All right, so I guess marketing is alive and well in this country, that you can simply take a small tortilla, make basically the start of a burrito, and then take a larger tortilla and roll it up and call it a quesarito. It's a double wrap burrito in my book. So a little bit of chicken. I mean, if I weighed out the chicken, what do we got here? A half an ounce
Maybe.
of chicken, maybe, rice, cheese, sour cream, and a ton of flour tortilla. All right, my confidence level on cracking this code is really high. I think we'll be just fine. So we will get the kitchen set up, and we will tackle a double burrito. Taco Bell calls it a quesarito. All right, we will be back in just a sec. All right, we have set everything up, and there's a lot of stuff here. So we tried to organize it so that we could get to it and build the quesarito. And we actually have a series of videos. So this one, the protein we're using is chicken. You can certainly take chicken breast, chicken thigh, leftover chicken. We have some leftover chicken from a chicken that we grilled a few days back into the frying pan. Now, the basics of the quesarito, as we saw before we set up: large tortilla bottom, cheese, a small tortilla, which I guess they're calling the quesadilla in this case, ingredients on top of the quesadilla, rolling the whole thing up. I call it, I think I said before we set up, a double wrap burrito. It's really like a 1.5 times wrap burrito because it's a small, it's not a full tortilla shell. We're not just looking to duplicate what Taco Bell did. Look, for $1.50, we could duplicate it. But we love people more than that. So along the way, we're going to look for ways to kick up sort of each component of this, if you will. Starting with the chicken, since this was already cooked and left over, I haven't started the pan yet. To show there's no hard feelings, we're just having a little fun with Taco Bell. But to show there's no hard feelings, right, you can pick up Taco Bell seasoning mix. They're what, 50 cents at Walmart? 50 cents at Walmart. Somehow that seems right. But 50 cents at Walmart, you can use a Taco Bell seasoning. There's also
The hot sauces, yeah.
there's also a ton of other brands, if you like those, for taco seasonings. Taco Bell also has some hot sauces that can work their way into your recipe as well. Clearly, I'm not a Taco Bell spokesperson. We know that by the intro. And if you see the rest of the videos, you'll know maybe I'm not the right guy for them. But no hard feelings. Taco Bell, if you like their flavor, they got that stuff all over Walmart. All right, let's go. You want to make a very, very basic fajita seasoning that anytime you do Mexican food, Tex-Mex, whatever genre you want to call south of Oklahoma cooking, this is a super simple fajita mix. You can do it yourself, cheap, fast. It is equal parts salt, cumin, paprika. So you decide how much you want to make up. You decide, are you going to make a cup of it at a time? We're just going to do 2 tablespoons of each for the chicken. So we don't, you don't even have to be that precise. This is cooking, remember, not baking. So there's 2 of the salt and 2 paprika. And it's unbelievable. I was trying to remember where I found this recipe. It was a YouTube channel, but I do not recall it at the moment. If I do happen to find it, I'll put a link to the channel where I found this. It's an old YouTube channel that I don't even think is active anymore. But I was surprised at how unbelievably good just a simple 3 fajita mix is. So we just look to give it a shake, put the lid on, get it well mixed. While we do that, we're going to start warming up the chicken. Okay. Now you can add a little bit of water. We add just a little bit of oil to it to help the seasoning hang on. And we have about 8 ounces of chicken, which in Taco Bell land, I think will make 100 burritos. But we're going to use it just for a couple here. So I'm going to take, a little less than a tablespoon. You're going to kind of eyeball this here. And you just want it to end up well coated, but not overpowering. And I don't know how well that's going to come through on the camera, but I always think if it completely changes the color of the chicken, you probably have a little too much seasoning in there. And this, you can see we're getting that sort of red tint. We are going to be putting a lot of other flavors into this. Now this, because it's pre-cooked, will not take very long at all. Okay? So our rice is done. As that warms up, one of the ways that we boost the flavor of the rice, we put a little bit of lime. You can do cilantro and garlic. You can do a little bit of cumin and lime. We're just going to go with just lime and a very little bit of this fajita seasoning just to give it a boost those fajita flavorings. So this is already kind of sizzling, and this is going to be well coated and warmed up. So we are almost ready to build. I am going to add a little bit of seasoning to the rice here. Now the rice, we didn't think that cooking a bunch of rice is all that interesting, so we had this going ahead of time. We just use an Instapot, which clearly I don't know how to operate. We just use the Instapot. It's got a button that says rice, so that makes it easy for someone like me. And we're just squeezing the juice of a lime in there. 2 cups of rice. Thank you. 2 cups of rice, 1 lime, and like half a tablespoon of our fajita seasoning. Half a tablespoon of our fajita seasoning. And we give that a mix to get everything sort of well incorporated with the flavors. So we have our fajita lime rice. We have our fajita seasoned chicken. We are about ready to build. I'm going to set this off here. One thing to do with your tortillas to help build is just to get them warmed up a little bit. So as that's warming, we have a small tortilla. What, should I make 2 of these? I probably have enough to make 2 of them. You have enough to make a lot. Look, we said something about shooting 4 Taco Bell episodes today, and everyone under 23 in this county is in this room. But they have to be quiet, or we have to do reshoots, and so we're just going to go 2 out of the gate. Our smaller tortillas, our 2 larger ones. All right. And then all we're going to do is get this warmed up really quick. And it doesn't take a ton of time. You're just trying to make sure that when you're wrapping the burrito that it doesn't crack. So giving them a nice little warm up is good. Get our cheese ready. And then we also have some homemade nacho cheese here in a bowl that we made ahead of time. The process of making nacho cheese is a little bit more involved, our homemade one. We do margarine and flour to make a roux, adding some milk to get a thick sauce. I think if you're a chef, you might call it a mother sauce, a bechamel. Look, I'm not a chef. I'm just someone who cooks really good. And then we add cheddar cheese and salsa at the end, but we add cheddar cheese till it gets thick and some salsa to make your own queso. If that's something of interest to you, we can do a video on that. Just leave it down in the comments if you'd be interested. But we did it ahead of time and we have it sitting there. So I'm going kind of fast because the cheese starts cooling off and it makes it hard to get a good mix in there. We start with the larger tortilla. And that, in the Taco Bell world, gets cheese on the base layer. Okay? And we are a lover of people, so we add more cheese into there. Then we get the small, correct? I have to say correct because I mentioned I don't eat this food, but my Taco Bell expert behind the camera is going to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Now, right here, that's probably more chicken than they use in a shift at Taco Bell. But we think chicken is good to go. Rice, yes?
Yep. You're not going to be able to wrap this.
Yes, I will. Maybe not. Maybe that's why they don't put anything in there, because they're worried about wrapping it. Nacho cheese, yeah?
A lot of it.
Yeah, they go big on the cheese. There's no doubt about it. And it already started cooling a bit on me, but not to worry. So there is our lots of cheese. Final step, I'm told, is just some sour cream, right? Not so here. We have sour cream for sure. Probably should have opened it ahead of time. Boop. All right, sour cream. Yeah. Now, you could have ahead of time mixed into a bowl, but we think it's okay to do it You can grab what? Ortega taco sauce. You can grab your standard taco sauce. I'm a big fan of adobo. I use it a lot. Look at it. It's a warm, kind of soothing heat. You can do, yeah, certainly sriracha. You can take these Taco Bell seasonings. I just get in there on the adobo sauce and give it a little love around there. Now already, this burrito is way bigger than the, we're gonna heat the pan up to cook this. But already, this is bigger than your standard one, right? Now the trick, can I get this rolled in any way that makes any sense, or we have to do a take two? Look at that. That's why you need to warm these babies up. I'm probably not gonna get the ends folded just right, but, okay. Huh? We did it, kind of. We left a little on the cutting table. I'll grab a paper towel here. And as we give the shell a little bit of texture and crisp on the outside, we'll build the second one a little smaller. Let's get this one out of here. Burrito 1 done. Look, we don't have to make these perfect. We're not, this is real food for real people. Not that, I won't start again. I'm sure it's great. All right, that's everything on this one. I got sour cream on there. And we'll see if we can get this one a little bit tighter. I could never work at Chipotle.
Love Chipotle. They make a really nice burrito over there.
Or I would need extensive training at Chipotle. Get a little bit of oil there. And second burrito in. While that's cooking, let's do our cross section, yes? All right. You like the cleaver? Oh, you're going with the spatula. Doing some modifications in the second one. My cameraman's smashing it. Wants that nice flat Taco Bell. All right, you want to get the close-ups of this burrito?
Warm like whiskey.
Perfect. All right, we have our photos taken. Proof's in the pudding. Let's take a bite. Jakester, I'll let you pick one first, and then we'll feed the crew with what's behind here.
Pan this up to you here.
Pan it up. I get the close-up of me sticking my group. All right, so here we go. Quesarito. Dude, foodie style. I think we adequately captured the spirit of the quesarito.
Actually tastes like a quesarito.
I think it tastes better. Here's what I like better about this.
Tastes real.
Well, we're using real chicken,
Yeah.
right? Well, I'm sure they're using real chicken too. But when you make your own seasonings, like the fajita seasoning, you can even modify that fajita seasoning recipe I gave. A little less salt, a little more cumin to your taste. I like equal parts of both, but you get that strong fajita flavor in it. Your own homemade cheese sauce. Look, what they put in the store is familiar. We're used to it. We're going to the ball games. We're dipping our chips in that nacho cheese. But when you customize your cheese sauce, you have a step up there too. Doing something simple like adding a little bit of fajita seasoning or cilantro or lime to your rice will kick it up a notch. And then just the joy of making a real simple recipe on your own. So thanks for hanging out in the Quesarito. I think it's unquestionably Dude Foodie 1, Taco Bell 0, but very simple to make. Fun food to make. I get why people go through the drive-through and get this kind of stuff. It's quick, it's easy, it's familiar. We think we can kick it up. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, God bless.